Yeah, the pre-feasibility study for Lithium Universe at Bécancour is a key moment for us. It's a PFS that's been developed by real lithium expertise and real operators. It's got a financials with headline numbers, NPV of 780 million, payback of 3.5 years, and an EBITDA of 147 million. Now, these figures are quite exciting for the company and really underpin not only the geopolitical advantage, but also the cost advantage of closing the lithium conversion gap in North America. The company is extremely confident about the numbers that we've provided. From a capex or capital cost estimate perspective, we've adapted the existing knowledge we have from the Jiangsu refinery, in which Iggy and Jingwan had constructed or developed, and we've now adapted that to today's pricing into the Bécancour, Quebec environment. From an operational standpoint, it's a similar story. We've got John Sobleski, the ex-CFO for Galaxy, in the team who has now developed the operational cost model based on the very known cost elements from the operations at Jiangsu and now adapted for today's pricing in Quebec. So very strong numbers, both from a capital and an operational standpoint. China currently control about 95% of the world's conversion capacity, and from a unit cost perspective, produce at an operating cost of about $3,250 a tonne. The Bécancour operational costs come in higher than that at $3,970 a tonne, but the cost advantage comes with transatlantic supply and demand. Now, if there's any transatlantic spodumene that needs to be shipped from Canada or South America to China and then back into the North American supply chain, there's a huge cost imposition from freight, but also the tariffs now imposed by the US and Canadian government on Chinese supplied lithium chemicals. These extra tariffs and penalties actually take the Chinese conversion cost 20% higher than the Bécancour Lithium Refinery cost. So there's actually a huge cost benefit also. The company has made it quite vocal that we're here to close the lithium conversion gap in North America. There's a huge spodumene supply in the transatlantic, and there's huge demand growing in the US. Currently, there's no lithium conversion capacity, and the company's here to build that conversion capacity. And the reason, or what we're sort of forecasting from a price forecasting perspective is also quite interesting. We've implemented lithium carbonate pricing and spodumene pricing within the model in a very conservative way. We've taken the average of 10 different feasibility and technical studies across publicly available studies over the last 4 years. We've taken the average of both of these prices of spodumene and lithium carbonate, and we've actually gone 5% less than both, maintaining that ratio. Now, this is our way to display to the market that we're using a very conservative and consensus pricing over the last 4 years, even taking into account the lows and the highs of the lithium market over the last 4 years. The PFS underpins the company's conversations that are currently underway with OEMs, spodumene off-takers, but also battery manufacturers. So this PFS will now provide the pivotal sort of discussion point for further discussions, and will lead the PFS now into the definitive feasibility study, which will provide a greater level of clarity for the company and all of its key stakeholders. So big couple of months coming up.